talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing. You hear me? Good. Hey, B, it's JamiThatsMe here. And listen, I came to you guys with a quick chat. All right. We're about to talk about NeNe Leakes as well as Miss Candiace Dillard of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, first off, I want us to touch on NeNe Leakes real quick because y'all know NeNe Leakes was supposed to be doing that podcast with Sierra Glam Shop. Miss Sierra from what's the show? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's called Me and My Homegirl Podcast or something. I don't know what has happened, but they have not uploaded a new podcast in a few weeks now. So I'm questioning whether they're still a group, okay? Whether they're still a duo. They're still following each other on social media. The YouTube channel is still up. Their Instagram page is still up, as well as the videos. And maybe it's a situation of just trying to find the time to get everything done, the organization, the structure of it all. Yeah. Now, if they are no longer doing this podcast together, I'm not going to be surprised too much because every time NeNe get ready to start some things happen. And she also has decided to start the NeNe Leakes show finally after God knows how many years. And sometimes I will say when you venture out to do things with friends, sometimes it does not always go the same way as you plan. And I do think, of course, you have people with different ideas trying to come together, and sometimes the hustle or the energy to, like, if you approach somebody with the idea that's your friend, like, oh, we should do this together, whatever, sometimes that could come from a place of maybe you have a fear of doing it by yourself potentially, so you want to do it with somebody else. And sometimes the energy and excitement that you have for it, they don't really have it, or maybe the passion, they don't really have it. I don't know if that's their situation, but I'm just saying this could be one of somebody's situations where you're partnering with a friend and it doesn't work out because the same energy you have for it, they don't have that same energy. And you might be left in a position to where you have to do things on your own. Okay. And I feel like I'm really talking from my own, experience or whatever. And you really get much further sometimes when you just do it alone. Okay, do it alone, and you just might find those people at a later time that will come together and do whatever projects with you because they may have that type of passion for it as well. But yeah, that could be NeNe's situation. I don't know what could have resulted in them not moving forward with the podcast. Maybe it's on a pause. Maybe they're trying to figure some things out. Maybe even figure out the money. Who knows what that is, right? But NeNe decided to go ahead and move forward with the NeNe Leakes show. And I'm actually in support of that. I'm like, do your thing, NeNe. This is something you've been talking about for a long time. Us as fans have been trying to get you to participate and do this or whatnot. And it's been a very long time. So she did it, and her first episode is with Carlos King. And we're not going to play the full thing. You guys can go over to NeNe's channel and make sure that you guys are, subscribing to the channel and everything. But I did want to play a snippet real quick of what she talks about, because Carlos highlights reality stars and how things are really different, and how he feels like, the internet or social media, right, has kind of changed things for reality stars. So let us check that out and hear exactly what they had to say about that.
What happened to reality TV now, and I would love to get your thoughts. Social media has ruined it because some, not all, some of the reality stars play up to the camera.
They do.
Play up to their fans. Play up to the people, to the comments. Yeah. And they now feel the need to
they're not being their authentic self.
You said it.
And that's one of the things that I said to myself season 1 when I started. I said to myself, if I don't be myself, this is not going to work. Because maybe my first couple of weeks of shooting, I didn't feel like I was being myself. And once I became myself, that was the best thing I could have done for me, because that's when the fans really loved me, just me being me. You really have to be your authentic self. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Everything is produced. You can't come in and have a fake boyfriend. You can't come in and have a fake life. None of that works. If your life isn't going good, then show that, because there's always someone that can relate to that, you know?
No, it is. And listen, I'm so protective of reality stars because I get it. It's tough to show your real life. It's tough. But the mistake that a lot of them are making, again, not all, but a large few, is the fact that they don't want to just have a moment that doesn't look the greatest. And it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. It is okay. I've had so many moments that didn't look great. Oh my God.
Right?
I mean, yeah, they were hard too. I feel like I gave the blood out of my veins.
Let me tell you something.
Let me say this, but I think it allowed people to connect with NeNe more. You know, a lot of those things that may be hard for you or it may be tough for you to experience on reality TV. And of course, I'm on the outside looking in and not desiring at this time to want to be on a reality show. You know what I'm saying? But I do think some of those toughest moments that they may show on camera, not all moments, but some, I think people can relate and connect to it. And sometimes you just don't get called out for your actions, because who wants to really be called out about, you know, how they're showing up on camera or whatever the case is, especially when they may be a person that felt like they're in the right about things, you know. It does come with the good, the bad, and the absolute ugly. And I feel like that's what makes NeNe a really great star, because she gave us all of that. You know, till this day, we may quote things or use her memes or whatever the case is, because she was very, very, very instrumental in that Bravo world. You know, so I think this was an interesting conversation, because I have some more thoughts I wanted to say about it, but let me just let him say a little bit more and see what else he wanted to say about this portion.
Will forever, and I said this to you before, and I said it publicly when I did the top greatest housewives of all time. You will forever in life be the greatest housewife of all time, because I got a chance to watch you work.
Yeah.
You and I.
Okay, so I'll pause it there. You guys can go and watch it. You know, when you get a chance, and check it out. But when he talks about, you know, a lot of the reality stars are making a grave mistake because they're afraid, like they're pretty much, they want to stay in a place where they may pander to their audience or something. They don't want to do anything that may show them in a bad light or whatever to their fans, because they may have created this image amongst their supporters, right? And they just don't want to show maybe who the real them are. Okay, behind them cameras or whatever the case is. And so that may affect their storylines. They may come off as fake. Some people may see them as fake. You know, it just doesn't make it real or genuine on television. You know, when I hear him say this, you know, Carlos has his own shows that he does. I do question if he may be referring to any of the people that may be a part of his own cast or people that may have left. And I think that he is. I think he is talking about people that may have been on his show, people that's decided to, you know, leave. I think he's talking about in general a lot of reality stars. But I'll be honest, you know, I thought about one of the biggest stars that he's had on his top show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, that chose to step away. And if he may feel that way about her, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, did you feel like she was pandering or something, or showing a certain image to her fans and not wanting to show back? Like, what did you think that about her? But I was definitely wondering that. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, okay? And who are some of those people you feel like are on television that you think may not show up as their authentic selves? You know, another thing that I feel like when I think about Quad over on Married to Medicine, you know, and I hear Simone, and I've been seeing a few comments over on Instagram where people are feeling like Quad will read what the comments are saying and allow that to dictate how she feels, which is no different than what Dr. Simone has said. And I'm like, okay, that could be a problem too, just a bit. She may not. Now, I don't think Quad tries to show up as a certain person based on her fans or anything. I don't think she does that. But I do think she leans into the fans sometimes that may tell her how she should feel about a situation. Like if you're over it or you past it, like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's just interesting. So I just wanted to highlight that. And y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, because y'all gonna do that anyway, honey, because that's just how y'all is. Period. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to touch on Miss Candiace Dillard just a bit. All right. Because Candiace Dillard got a chance to, have a quick little interview with the Neighborhood Talk. And when she chats with them, of course, they got to ask her, what's up? Are you returning to Real Housewives of Potomac? How you feeling about Karen going to jail, for this DUI, and just, digging all in her business. So I want us to get into it and check out what Miss Candiace had to say over here on the Neighborhood Talk. So let's get into it.
Neighbors, it's your boy Kyle Anthony, and I'm here with the one, the only Candiace Dillard Bassett.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm happy to be in the neighborhood.
And we are happy to have you.
Yes.
Now, I just got to jump right into it. The people want to know, are you coming back to RHOP? I mean, we seen you and Wendy take pictures and post them. Come on, girl. What's the tea? What's a given?
Well, you guys have to realize and remember that I still maintain friendships with a lot of women on the cast.
Right.
Wendy is one of those women who's been my homegirl since she joined the show. So we talk, we catch up. I had not seen her in some months since I had Jet. So this was kind of our moment to sit back and catch up and gossip and talk about all the girls.
Kiki.
And we did that for several hours out to lunch. It turned into dinner, and it was great. I don't know what the future holds for
You going back?
I don't know. There's so many opportunities for me on the table right now. So I'm literally kind of sorting through what's going to work, what's going to be the most beneficial for my career. My time is now so much more precious because I have a brand new baby, and Jet is literally my entire world.
How is that? Motherhood.
It's amazing. Motherhood is the craziest hood you could ever join. Postpartum is very ghetto.
You look good.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying to embrace my new body, hence me having all my cheeks out tonight.
I'm screaming.
But he is now my focus. I know that sounds so trite, but everything that I do, he has to somehow fit into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know if you want to be outside arguing with these ladies.
I don't want that energy.
We like it. You good at it.
Well, thank you. I received that. Thank you. Yes. But it's not to say never. It's just to say I'm not sure right now.
I mean, it's a perfect time. We got one in the slammer. Speaking of that, were you surprised that she got like a year?
I was devastated. I was heartbroken.
Because I saw she thanked you, but she didn't thank Wendy. What did you think of?
I'm not getting into grown folks' business. I'm gonna leave that to the grown folks. Karen has always been supportive of me. She's checked on me my entire pregnancy. She's been a great friend to me. You cannot obviously condone drinking and driving. We've all had the opportunity to make choices, and sometimes we don't make the best choices, and it can catch up to you. I always say though that I hate a pylon, and I do regret how much it seems that the people have chosen to really tear Karen down when she's already down.
I mean, that is true, but she should have watched that goddamn footage.
Girl,
she made me make sure I have Uber on my phone everywhere I go. I'm afraid to drink.
Yes, right. Well, and hopefully there's a lesson in what she's going through. I think that, she will obviously have time to think about how she moves forward. The Karen is a fighter. She's super strong. It's what I admire most about her. And every other day I kind of get a jolt when I think about where she is. I pray for her family hard.
The little prison shows on A&E.
Yes.
Probably in there having fun.
Karen is gonna corral the girls. Okay. One thing Karen can do is mentor the girls. She pulled me up. She pulls up so many women. So she does nothing else. I do believe she's in there preaching to the people. She's gonna come out better and stronger, and I look forward to seeing her.
Now I do have to ask, what do you think about Wendy and Gizelle's friendship?
I don't think about it.
Because, you know, I'm like, if anybody was just like, it is what it is. Now, what do you think about like Jazzy and the other new girls? Because there were some people saying, you know, Jazzy kind of reminds me a little bit of you.
I heard that, and I had the opportunity, I had the pleasure of meeting her at a podcast recently, and I think she's so cute. She's super cute. I can see why people might think that we are similar because she's gorgeous, she's funny, she's quirky, all qualities that I embody. I think she's amazing. I didn't watch her on the show, but I can see why she might, you know, do well. Okay. Well, she should be there for more. I could see why she would do well. And I met her fiance, who was lovely. Yeah, I think she would do well.
She told me she likes you, so yeah.
She's such a doll. She's a doll.
That's good. That's good. Now, last question. Okay. This is about our girl Mia.
Yes.
Did you see she's ready to go down to ATL? You think she can handle them?
Mia,
she can handle you.
You know, Mia, you have to love Mia. Mia is unpredictable. She is in her own world. She's in her own universe, living her life. And you can never anticipate what's gonna come out of those big old lips. But you gotta love her in spite of. Well, you know, Mia's a giant. She's tall. She's not 6 foot.
Towering over me.
That's a woman.
Oh.
That's a whole lot of women.
You was lying when you said big foot.
Listen, and she embraces that her feet are large. You know, some people are blessed with large feet, and some people are blessed with other large things. It's fine. Listen, Ink loves it. Okay. I am confused by her. Is she doing like a full-time gig in Atlanta with him? I'm not sure.
Like a radio show?
Yes, it's not. I'm not clear. So we'll see what happens. But whatever's going to happen with Mia, it's going to be unpredictable. You're gonna be confused and you're going to be entertained. So.
Right, now tell people what's going on with Candiace. Any music?
Well, my new single is out on all streaming platforms. It's called How Do You Live? It's about relationships and breaking up and realizing as you're sitting there crying and wallowing in sorrow, how is this nigga living without me? Okay, because all this caramel, how you living without all this? I can't. Yes. So that's out. I'm gonna do another single very soon. I have a full project that is also impending. I have a podcast that's coming out very soon with New York Times bestselling author Michael Arsenault. I'm joining the ranks. Yes. Yeah.
What you call everybody?
Oh, they'll be okay.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by the neighborhood. We love you, girl.
I love you more.
What's up, Nick?
All right, y'all. So y'all just got into all of that over on the Neighborhood Talk with Miss Candiace Dillard. Okay. You guys can probably tell that I'm smiling behind this screen because I really do like Candiace. I know people cannot stand Candiace, but I really do like her. I love the fact that she is now a mommy, and I really wish I could see her in that element. But she don't sound too sure about returning to Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, let me say this. It do, like the way she was talking, and when she says I have all kind of opportunities on the table, I feel like they may have reached out to her for her to return to see if she's ready to return back to the show. And she's trying to make it all make sense because, of course, who wants to be back on that show arguing? And here's the thing. She and Gizelle have not sorted out their issues yet. They are not, like, I don't think she's ever gotten an apology from Gizelle. Of course, you heard him ask her about the Wendy and Gizelle friendship. She said she don't think about that SHI at all. And I thought, oh, okay. So she's still not on that Gizelle boat. Wendy, you could be friends with her all day, but not me. Another concern, if she were to return to the show, would be the dynamic of her and Wendy. I know her and Wendy still link up. They're good friends. But if production is going to try to force things between a Candiace and Gizelle, could that put a strain on a friendship between her and Wendy? I don't know. I also like Jassy, and I definitely can see why people would think that, you know, Jassy reminds them of Candiace, because I feel like I may have said it when we first got introduced to Jassy. Okay. I like her cute little style the same way as Candiace has. Like everything that Candiace mentioned about Jassy, Yes, dead on. And I'm definitely hoping, in my opinion, that Jassy does get a flute next year, just so we can just get to know more about her. Now, I don't know if the baby mama drama is going to rear its head in the new season or not, being that a lot of that played out last season off the cameras. I don't know if they're going to try to rehash it, or if they would try to show us where the ladies are today, which I would think they are not good. But being that Jassy is about to have this beautiful, lavish wedding over the summer, I think it would be great to bring her onto the show, to watch it this summer, and just be able to see more into the relationship that she has with that man, even though it was very confusing about the children. Okay, so that would be interesting. I did hear that they're pushing filming back, according to TV Deets. They were supposed to start filming, I guess, this month. They're pushing it back to April, and then Dr. Wendy got in the comments and said that's a lie. Okay, TV Deets was like, well, which part was a lie? She never really clarified. So I don't know if the lie was that things were paused because of Karen, or if things were paused to be pushed back. Not sure, but maybe she's filming right now and we just don't know too much about it. I don't know. But what I will say before we get out of here is, Miss Candiace, I appreciate you having a heart and supporting Karen. I understand that you don't like the pile on. However, unfortunately, it does kind of pain me to say this a little bit, because I'm not trying to, laugh or harp on somebody else's demise or anything like that. But at the same time, some part of me feels like Karen deserved that. After she played in our face on the reunion and we got to watch all of that, and they went back and played different times throughout this past season where she felt like she was going to be vindicated, that was disrespectful as hell. I'm sorry. She played in everybody's face, and honestly, I just feel like, Karen, that's what you get, my love. My love, that is what you get. And you've already had previous DUIs, and you've been able to skate. And unfortunately, here we are. You have a drinking issue, and that SHI is very serious. You never got your drinking issue under control, that you went to a point where you started to mix your drinking with pills and stuff. And it's just like, no. And you always want to sit up here and reprimand the ladies and talk about, you said this and that to me, and it really hurt my family. You did this and that, and Ray is upset. You said this and that, and my children are feeling this way. But not one time did you take them into consideration when you were out here moving how you were moving. So yeah, no, Karen kind of deserved that pile on just a bit. And I feel like the pile on the public gave her ain't got nothing on the pile on the judge gave her. That's when he wore her out. In all honesty. And you talking about a pile on from the people. What about the pile on that she was giving the officers, telling them that you are poor and white? Okay. And going in on those people. No, ma'am. All right. So Karen, that's what it is. She piled on us. The audacity is what Karen did. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. She played and played and played, piled on all kind of SHI. No, ma'am, you don't get to do that, play in our face talking about you going to be vindicated and all this and that. No, Karen deserved it. And then the damn prosecutors tried to give her 6 months, then gave her 60 days. No, she had the audacity. She had the ego. She piled that ego on top, and the judge piled months and days on top of her. So now she will be in there for a year. Okay. So good luck to Miss Karen. Hate it for her, but I appreciate you, Candiace, for wanting to have a bit of a heart. Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, let me know. All right, we appreciate you for having a heart in the house tonight. But that's the same lady that took the H and the R in the heart, honey. It took straight over there to HR, Bookie Boo, and tried to get you in trouble. All right, but we appreciate you for being kind after you guys got past your issues, honey. But that's all I got. I told y'all this was gonna be quick and cute, so you guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below on how y'all feeling about the NeNe Leakes, her having her new show, no longer being with the Me and My Homegirl podcast at this time, and your thoughts about, Carlos feeling like social media is ruining reality stars because they feel like they have to perform a certain type of image or not give all of themselves for the show. right? Due to their fans and things like that. And also let me know your thoughts about this quick interview that Miss Candiace Dillard just had. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, honey. I am Jami. That's me. That's all I have for you guys at this time. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool, we gon' make them swim, nigga.